time now for Mars Driving Destinations, riding the rail. So is this a story about going to get to the train?
Nope.
Because this is not a train show.
Well, I understand it's not a train show, and as I was putting the pictures together, I got really excited talking about the trains.
You get excited about things like that. This is what happens in your old age and dementia.
I remember when I was a kid that I got to ride on a train there in in Nederland. You went into the drugstore and you bought your train ticket. And whenever the train stopped across the highway, you walked across the highway and you got on the train.
Well, we just had a segment on walking across highways.
Exactly.
Well, he did it safely, obviously.
You're still with us. So
Yeah. But that was because I had the train stopped at everybody stopped.
Did you have that little stick and all your clothes in that little bag when you walked across?
The hobo.
No, they wouldn't let you take the stick on the train.
Oh, but put your eye out or something.
Because they use it for the fire engine.
So there was an actual passenger train that went through there?
Yeah.
East to west?
Well, it went from Port Arthur, and it was kind of more north-south because Port Arthur's the end of the line. I mean, you're in the Gulf of Mexico when you get to there.
Okay.
Be in the chip channel.
Well,
so
please
anyway,
carry on. So
there are, and you see things every once in a while in the news about these heritage runs that people and all these trains running around. So I thought, well, Texas has got a lot of trains. For example, the Texas State Railroad, which is often called the Lone Star or the Eastern Railroad, it's a 25-mile heritage railroad between Rusk and Palestine. Now, this was built by
Palestine, isn't it?
Palestine, depends on how far north you live.
No, it depends on where you're from.
Exactly what I said. So, but this was built by the inmates, and it was started in 1883 because they wanted to haul raw materials to the smelter at the prison at Rusk. So and they did that up until 1921. Then they leased it out to a bunch of private companies. Anyway, it ended up through the Parks and Wildlife Department, and it was turned over to the newly created Texas State Railroad. So now it's just a scenic tourist line, and you can get on it on a limited schedule. And they've got 5 steam locomotives, and you can take the round trip on it if you want to go take your kids for a round. You've done that. David's done that. There you go. Now, there's another one up in that part of the world called Grapevine Vintage Railroad. Now, this goes from Grapevine to the Fort Worth Stockyards. Now, this is a purpose-built railroad that's strictly for a tourist thing. It didn't start out as anything else other than...
Is it a steam locomotive or is it...
They have steam and diesel.
Okay.
Apparently, looking through some of these things, if a steam engine goes down, it takes a couple of 3 years to get it built and back up.
Oh, boy.
So some of them, they've got diesels for backups. But it started using it... the train excursions, they use 1896 steam locomotive is their prime one. And then they've got some 1920s era Victoria coaches that people can ride in. You get on in Grapevine at the Main Street station, and you take 21-mile route over to Fort Worth to the stockyards. And then you get on it, and you come back. One of the special things that they do, since this is strictly tourists, they have several special events. Day Out with Thomas. Remember Thomas the train?
I do. Thomas the tank engine.
Yeah. So it's a 25 to 30-minute trip, and one weekend a year, they rebuild the Thomas the Tank engine. It kind of comes to Grapevine, and it goes back and forth on this short train, over and back.
So the train looks like Thomas.
Yeah. Just one weekend a year. So the kids can get there. You can take pictures. They have a lot of activities on both ends, magic shows, live performance, storytelling, all kinds of things for the kids for Thomas the Train. Now, for your older people, they also have Kiss Me, I'm Irish Express. Now, this is another round that's offered one Saturday in March. You got to be 21 and over to ride the Kiss Me, I'm Irish. You get 2 free glasses of beer and an Irish-style dessert on this train.
Is the beer used as a chaser for something else?
The dessert.
I'm not talking. So they also have a jazz wine train for people that are more into wine and jazz, or if you need to act like you're that way to make your wife happy. Then this happens in mid-March. Again, you got to be 21 or older.
Why would you say that? Do you have some experience in that regard?
I've been married long enough to know that you got to, once in a while.
Give her some wine once in a while.
Yes.
Like a lot.
If you're lucky.
Often.
If you're lucky, you can get away with a lot.
I ain't saying anything.
21 and older, they have live jazz music in each coach. You get meals, wine tastings, and all kinds of things going on. Then you have around the holidays, Thanksgiving, they have Witch's Brew Train, again, 21. Halloween-themed food and entertainment. You got 2 free glasses of craft beer, a souvenir stein. Costumes are highly encouraged, as well as pants, but they're not required. Now, and then they also have several trick-or-treat trains for the kids. That's entertainment for the whole family.
I like the pants-free train.
Exactly. Austin Steam Train Association. That's a train that runs up through the hill country. Makes different stops. It uses a 1912 steam engine to pull it. Amtrak, Texas Eagle. This is more modern. You can go from Chicago to San Antonio to Los Angeles by train.
Don't ever do that.
No, because it stops in
Oh,
Dallas.
my God. What does it take you, 5 days to get there?
When I was a kid, we took vacation to California. We took a train out of Detroit, went the southern route to L.A., and then a week later we went up to San Francisco and took a train back from San Francisco to Detroit.
And you had a good time on that?
Well, I was a little kid, so yeah, you have a good time.
You got
running
room
through
to
the train
play.
cars and all that. Yeah, I was
Stop
probably
it.
9 years old.
I like those when you're parked in some train yard for 5 hours at a time, just sitting there waiting for the next diesel to come along and hook up.
No, it was nothing like that.
No, these are a little more timely than that. They have to be. But the other one I wanted to mention just real quick, Amtrak runs across Texas. You can go from New Orleans to Houston, El Paso. And if you've ever been out Interstate 10 and way off in the distance you see a train out in the middle of nowhere, that's this train. And if you want to see a different part of Texas, that'd be a way to go. There's more. Just look up trains in Texas if you're looking for a train to ride.
Thank you so much. In Real Time Car Talk continues after this quick break. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture. 6 dream cars owners regret buying.
There you go. So, dream cars. We've all fallen for that dream car at some point. The glossy ad, the jaw-dropping design, promises of speed and status. But sometimes, once you've been handed the keys, reality hits hard. Breakdowns, repairs, endless bills turn these beauties into burdens. So here we go. First one is a Mercedes-Benz CLS Shooting Brake.
Oh, God, that's ugly.
It seemed cool and adventurous, but if you own one, you quickly realize that it really meant endless repairs and repair bills. Air suspension failures, expensive parts, tech that didn't work more than it did.
Bad roof
all
line.
Combined in the wagon as a money pit. But you know what? I'd drive that. I would drive
How
that.
far is the question?
Well, at least to the mechanical shop. There you go. And the next one we have is a Fisker Karma. Who hadn't heard of one of them? It's an eco-friendly vehicle. Promises kept? No, not really. People who bought it thought they were helping the earth.
The smile of the Joker on the front
There
end.
you go. The car had battery failures, electrical issues, recalls upon recalls. I thought it was a Ford at first. Turns out owners weren't just saving the earth, but they also saved mechanics' businesses. So people got rich off of that car, and it wasn't the owner. The next one we have, Michael, is an Alfa Romeo 4C. It's a lightweight, exotic looks, Italian passion. What could go wrong? Well, you see it's in the shop already. A lot. Owners first discovered the brutal ride, cheap-feeling interior, never-ending reliability quirks. It was like dating a gorgeous supermodel who shows up late, complains constantly, and eats all your money. So there you go.
And eats onion rings.
There you go. Onion rings, okay. Next one, Mike, is a Tesla Roadster. It's the first generation, not the second. This was Tesla's first attempt at revolutionizing cars. While it broke ground, it also broke down. Based on a Lotus Elise, it had charging issues, poor build quality, and repairs that took months to get it running.
It's not a bad look. I've never seen one before.
It's the first gen.
I did not know that.
I haven't seen one on the road either, but that is a good looking car.
There's a reason for that.
Well, you put an LS in it. That's what you need.
There you go.
Okay, Michael. The BMW i8. The i8 looked like a spaceship and promised hybrid supercar thrills, but it wasn't that fast. It wasn't that efficient either.
Was it unpainted on the nose?
No,
I think it's
just
shadows.
reflection.
Oh,
just
okay.
reflection. It wasn't efficient. It wasn't even practical. Owners loved showing it off until the repair costs came in, and it was worth more than their mortgage in some cases.
Was that a BMW?
Yeah, BMW i8.
You know
Turns
what
out
BMW stands for, don't you?
well, it's a British Motor Works.
Break my wallet is what it
Okay.
stands for.
Turns out that the i8 was more flash than substance, but it's a good-looking car. It really is. Mike, and the last one we got here is a Lotus Esprit. Made famous by James Bond, this car was cool, but owners quickly discovered the British electronics were questionable, build quality was poor, and repair costs worthy of a secret agent's budget. It looked pretty cool, but having one meant becoming very close with friends of your mechanic. So there you go. Pretty much. And then we got a bonus shot, I believe.
Here's
Look
a
at
bonus
that.
shot.
That car is gorgeous. Look at that,
my
David.
God.
Shoo-doo.
And Jeff spent all day finding that location so he could take a picture of his car.
You
Absolutely.
betcha. That's out in front of your new place.
Yeah. That's the county jail
Oh,
out in
boy.
Fort Bend
Well, there you
County.
go. Well, there you go.
Buy a new place.
Perfect.
Hey, I did. Time now for this
my
hour's
medical book out.
Time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2026 Hyundai Palisade. It's been around a while. The final assembly location is Ulsan, Korea.
All right.
11 trim levels. 11. Count them. It's just too many to relay to you. Go online and find out if you're interested. I would encourage you because this is something that I think that you may be interested in. The reviewed trim level was the Calligraphy all-wheel drive. This is a standard SUV and competes against all the big boys from all of the big manufacturers. Seats including the driver up to 7. Exterior changes from last model year. Complete redesign for 2026. This is the second generation of the Hyundai Palisade. Very linear shape, straight line from the front fender all the way back to the D-pillar. Concentric wheel openings. Rectangular grille with a similar front lighting design. Rear lighting mimics the front design. What I liked about it, the exterior gets high marks for a unique, modern styling element throughout with high-quality materials. What could use improvement? Nothing. Interior highlights. Integrated instruments with the infotainment encompassed in the dash and in the infotainment system. It interfaces in a center stack design. Easy to understand and use controls, comfort controls, and through entertainment infotainment screen. I don't know what I meant by that, but I'm sure it was good. The thought process was there, but it just kind of didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Sorry. Big area for the cargo area back there with the third row down. What I liked, changeable interior lighting colors. It's fun. What could use improvement? I don't know. It has a 3.5 liter V6 motor in it, gasoline. 287 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. 8-speed automatic transmission with a tow rating of 5,000 pounds. Gets 18 in the city, 24 on the highway for a combined of 20. I got 18.8 miles per gallon over 409.4 miles. What I liked about it? Well, the powertrain may be adequate for a soccer mom.
Okay.
But, well, I'll tell you. What could use improvement? Yeah. It needs an optional engine with a little bit more power because the thing weighs 5,000 pounds.
I was going to ask, it's
very heavy.
Big, yeah.
Downshifting this thing, it's slow to recognize the fact that you're trying to go on the highway. You're at 50 miles an hour. You need to pass somebody.
So there's a lag?
It's not a lag. It's short on getting downshifted.
Okay.
It won't downshift fast enough. And then when it does, then it downshifts too far and you're back in the seat.
Gotcha.
There's a little issue for me. Mm-hmm. Like I said, soccer mom probably wouldn't be a problem. What I liked about it, I liked the compliance. It's not your father's Oldsmobile, but boy, is this thing sweet. I just say fix the underpowered motor to react to the 8-speed automatic transmission. That's all I can say. Base price, it's not cheap. $56.55 is the base trim price. Price is tested $58.3, but you can get in one of these for $40,930. So here are the competitors in size. Chevy Suburban Premier, $78,095. Now remember, the one that I tested was $58.3. So the Chevy Suburban Premier, which is up the scale, $78,000. Kia Telluride, its sister or brother, SX Prestige, starts at $52,885, and the Ford Expedition King Ranch, $86,170. I had no clue that they were that expensive.
No.
But the big Ford Expedition is $86,000. Wow. That's a lot of money, man, for a Ford Expedition. Yeah. Just saying.
Well, you pay for the recalls.
Yeah, I was going to say, good news is it'll get recalled and get fixed.
Mm-hmm.